Welcome to the Therapist and the Wildcard, the show about grief, mental health, and all the messy stuff in between. One of us helps people heal for a living, and the other probably needs more therapy. Together, we keep it real, raw, and sometimes ridiculous.
Well, let's be honest, like the first month, everybody's there for you.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
has your back, and then all of a sudden, everybody backs off.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Maybe also talk about how the transition of your grief changed once you met Jen, because I feel like that changed a whole lot as well. You took it upon yourself to be like, I need a therapist. Like, I cannot do this on my own. And you found Jen,
when
you know?
did the crying stop and the laughter come back?
The crying happened today.
I cried today.
Yeah.
Also, you want this on there or
No.
no? You're also laughing today, and that's a different type of coping mechanism. But there was at some point where like you were probably crying every single day, most of the day, and just couldn't. When did you start actually feeling better, and what caused you to get to that
When
point?
you increased your Wellbutrin.
Shout out Wellbutrin.
Maybe
Are we recording?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Maybe she's born.
I feel like, I don't want to use the word comedy, humor is, because I probably,
It's part of
I
your
would
healing
cry
process.
every day, but I also would use humor, right?
You fucking ghosted me.
Yeah, I mean, very just intense humor, I would say. Because, I mean.
Humor?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would say some things and it would like bother you. And you'd be like, Vit. And I'm like,
You
oh.
gotta be like, what the fuck is
It's like, I
wrong
don't know
with
what
you?
else to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I get it. Everybody copes their own way. You know what I'm saying? It's not. That was what was making sense to you to click it all together at that point. You know, it's.
So the first month, you had a lot of people around you, right? You had a lot going on. You had a lot of like, I gotta take care of this. I gotta do this. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. We had stuff going on. We were busy, right?
Yeah.
Month 2 came, and what happened?
Everyone disappears. Everything changes.
And you're kind of basically like on your own.
Yeah, you almost don't even, the grieving changes.
Right.
Because you have so many people around, you're still, you know, doing things from the funeral, the thank yous, you know, things are still coming in. You're a lot of phone calls of just dealing with things after the fact. And then you do have so many people. Everyone's checking in on you, text messages, phone calls, and then everyone else's lives go back to normal, which is fine.
Fair, understandable.
But my life is still affected, and maybe even more after like that second, third month, because people, they just disappear and you're like,
Month 4.
where did
Worst
everyone?
month ever.
Was that my worst month ever?
Month 4, when it comes to recovery and grief, is a very difficult month, right? Because if you think about the process of this stuff, right, you something happens. You make a change, you're super busy, you have super support, like, even if it was recovery, right, you're in inpatient rehab for 30 days, right? Then you get out and you're doing all these things. And then by month 4, you're supposed to be like in this normal state. And so the expectation is like, it's been 4 months, get over it, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's fine,
Suck it
stop
up.
talking about
Life
it.
is
Like,
life, right.
exactly. And so month 4 is like really a big turning point for a lot of people when they're going through stuff like grief, recovery, you know, trauma, all that kind of stuff. And so your month 4 was what? October, November, December, January. Oh yeah. January was rough.
You remember?
Oh, I recall January. So yeah, but like, you know what I mean? So what was it like for you coming up on the holidays dealing with her? Not like dealing with her, but like,
honestly,
you know.
It's fair. She's got to deal with me.
Yeah, it was emotional, but I feel like she distracted herself a lot with, like, for my perspective, just because, remember, like, when Christmas time came around, you, like, were splurging. Like, hardcore splurging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And I think it made you feel better in that moment because you're taking care, it's making you feel better because you're able to make other people happy. You're taking care of other people in the moment. But I feel like it definitely was very, very like emotional for you at the same time.
Yeah. No,
Like
that's
you were
fair.
so sad. So sad.
Yeah.
While trying to keep your composure.
You were trying to be okay for everybody else in your life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
behind the scenes, you were just a
weren't.
wreck.
Yeah. I remember it was in February, so that was like, what? The 5th month. Me and Nolani were going to a concert, and it was the day of his, like, 5 month.
Oh.
And you called me crying. Nobody was there. You're like, I just need somebody. I wasn't even around, and I felt horrible.
That was the crossfading month.
Yeah, I felt horrible.
Yeah, I remember that night.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened that night?
Yeah, didn't you go, like,
Crazy?
psycho? Nuts? Like, hardcore.
Yeah. Like
Drugs,
I almost
alcohol, wanted to kill yourself.
stopped
yeah.
my car in the middle of 23 Mile.
Yeah.
That was a rough one.
Okay, so that was month 5, but month 7, I pointed out to you after the 4th that we didn't even address those 2 days.
And that fucked me up.
And then you were like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I should have remembered, I should have done this, but like,
Yeah.
you had finally started to progress to a point where you were okay.
Yeah, I think month 7 was a big turning point from like just being so, I don't know, dark and heavy to like being a little bit like there's some light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. I think that all has to do with, like, your mindset, too.
Oh, for sure. And how long did I stay at my brother's after Chris died? Was it like 2 months?
Yep, because November, they were,
Anthony was very, very supportive the first month. I will give him that. Like, he was a fucking rock star. I didn't even know my brother was capable.
right.
And then, like we said, everyone's lives go back to normal. And so I'm sure for them to just kind of shut it out, forget about it, not talk about him is easier
Right.
than dealing with it.
Are you glad that you went home at the end of October into November at like the 2-month mark? I know you were scared because we talked a lot about it.
Yeah. I am glad that I went home. It was an adjustment for sure. Just being, and then like not even just losing my husband, but then at that point, I'm at Marilyn and Anthony's for 2 months where someone's always home. There's always noise, kids, things
To
to
just, like,
occupy
hear
and distract
silence.
myself. To now I'm going home and it's complete, utter silence.
Right.
But yeah, I also busied myself.
Part of it too was, and we can edit this out, but like part of it was the OCD. Like you were at a point where when you were home, Chris was basically taking care of everything for you
Right.
to manage the OCD symptoms. They were better at your brother's house because
Right.
they're better outside of the house. You had to go home without a husband, with no sound, with nothing, and you had to deal with all that shit on your own while grieving your husband at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think we don't have to edit anything out. I do think that was part of my, not the whole driving force of wanting to stay at my brother's, but it definitely played into it. Because,
Yeah.
like, in my head, I didn't express it to anyone at the time because I have no one to express it to. But in my head, I'm like, how the fuck am I going to go home and deal with all this OCD stuff, the routines, the cleaning, because Chris did do a lot of that.
Right. And we hadn't even discussed it in sessions at that point. I don't even think this came out until mid-December, maybe January even. Like,
Yeah, 'cause I remember you were,
admit
like-
a lot.
Caught off.
I know. I was like mind blown by this. I'm like, we've been together for like 4 months and you haven't said a word about your
Right.
OCD. I'm like, what the
It's
hell?
embarrassing.
Well, nobody's
It's-
proud of it. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But look at where you are now.
Right.
You come in here and you freaking take your shoes off and you just walk around. And you like Oscar.
I do love Oscar. Isn't he a good dog?
Yeah, I love him.
He's pretty sweet. He's just chilling up there.
I know. I love
Yeah,
it.
because like
I'm just impressed that he sat next to you. And
yeah, that kind of pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Suck it up, bitch.
Oscar's like, whatever.
Hey, well, like she said, if you had cucumbers, he probably wouldn't have
Oh,
laid next
he'd
to
be
me
like over
okay?
there. Yep.
That part. Yeah, because I wasn't even having like people over,
No.
and then
And what really got me is you had complete strangers stay at your house on top of it when you
Fuck, I
decided
knew
to let
this.
people come
I
to
knew
your
that
house.
shit.
That it blew me away. You're like, oh
had
my
a lot
gosh,
of
don't
conversations.
come in my house. Don't touch this. You can't even touch me. And then you're like, here, strangers I've never met, come stay at my house. Shower in my shower, touch my dishes, sleep in my bed.
I think
please.
she's bitter.
just a little.
And not necessarily bitter.
No.
Did it hurt my not bitter?
Okay.
Did it hurt
was
my
hurtful.
feelings? For sure, because how the fuck are you about to have some random ass people you've never met in your entire life come stay at your house?
Okay, can we like rephrase that a little bit because I
You
had
talked to them on the phone.
no,
Wow.
I met the person.
Oh, okay. That day. Right. Right.
It
That
wasn't
day.
that day.
Okay.
Because remember that night we met? You guys spent the night. You guys were my cover up. Remember?
Oh yeah, I recall. I recall.
No.
But part of it too was like you got to a certain point where you're like, I just need to do it. I need to rip the Band-Aid off. This is
Yeah,
the way I'm
which
doing
was
it. Like this
smart.
is what
Yeah, I had to. And
Because if you
there's-
didn't, there would have been no way.
And there's even times now where I feel like my anxiety from the OCD is like heightened. And there's like been times where I just want to call you and be like, just come over. Because like I'm not going to be able to go back and clean everything the kids touched.
Okay, but so that weekend though, when you had random strangers, like people that you didn't know, right? Like in your house, I recall having a very long conversation that Sunday with you over the phone because you were like, I'm freaking out. I'm sitting here in my feelings. I am working through it. I was like, no, you're not. Leave the fucking house. And you're like, really? Like, yeah, go. Like, get out of the house. And if in a couple hours you come back, you feel the same way, then accept it. But like, you were like, no, I'm sitting in my feelings. It's getting a little intense. Like, I think you need a bail. Get
Did
out
I
of
end
here.
up leaving?
You did. You went over to your brother's for a while.
Okay.
And then when you came back, you felt better.
Was this after the strangers were in my house, or was this after Kara and the girls were over?
No, it's after you had like weekend guests.
Oh.
It was that Sunday they had left,
Okay.
and you were like,
Yeah.
like you did
I
okay
forgot
when they were
about
there,
that.
and then after they left, you're like, I gotta clean everything. I gotta clean everything. Like,
I remember that. That's when Lauren and her friend came.
right, and you were really like struggling with that, but like that was really your big rip the Band-Aid. I hate anxiety. OCD controls me. I'm not letting it control me moment.
Yeah, that was big to have.
Yeah, strangers stay at your house for sure. I agree.
There it is.
Okay.
I'm just trying to be funny.
No, you're right. I get it.
Well, and we talked about this for weeks, like building up to this moment. I was like, okay, what's your plan? What's your backup plan?
Yeah.
If this goes south, like, what are you gonna do?
I
Where
have
are they
no
gonna
backup
go?
plan.
And she's like, I'm just doing it. I'm like,
I mean,
Okay.
the worst that could have happened, even if you didn't like it, I think you still would have sucked it up.
Oh yeah, that's.
you
I
would have
would've-
stayed in the moment and done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I wasn't gonna show them that because they don't even know like I have
Right.
OCD at this point. And Vanna knew a tiny bit. But yeah, so just to have these people in my house and like.
Just like a proud of myself moment, like, wow, I actually stepped completely out of
Yeah.
what makes me feel uncomfortable
Yep.
to choose not to let this continue to, control my life.
Yeah.
So we've digressed from grief, but my point was
Yeah.
being like, you weren't just dealing with grief. You were dealing with
Yeah.
Other
severe
things,
OCD
yeah.
and like moving back into your
Where
house
your
where
husband helped you.
Chris controlled it all and made it okay for you to live.
Yeah. He really did a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
Well, I remember it was a day, this is kind of backtracking, but it was the day of our wedding shower. Do you remember that when we went to B-Dubs?
Us?
No, us. Yeah, us.
Oh.
I think it was the first
day of
time.
your wedding shower?
Yeah. I think it was the first time I had told you about the OCD, but I didn't tell you much. Anyways, it was one of, was it that might have been the day after? It was somewhere around there. My anxiety from the wedding shower was high. And now we're bringing all of these gifts into our home. Okay.
Start wiping shit
and
down.
I have to wipe everything down, and a lot of these things were on the floor at the hall, which is one of my biggest triggers. And I was freaking out, like flipping the fuck out. And you had called, and you were like, "Hey, do you and Chris want to go to dinner?" And Chris was like, "Mute it." He was like, "Go to dinner. I'll handle it."
I remember now what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Okay.
He was like, "Please leave, please." Because my anxiety and my OCD, I would be like, "Did you wipe that good enough? But are you sure? And did you do this?
Right.
And did you do that?"
He just needed you out of the way. He probably didn't wipe shit down. He probably just brought it right in the
For
house
sure.
and you didn't even know.
Oh, he for sure didn't wipe shit down.
He's a guy, of course.
Yeah, and oops, producer Steve. It's fine. You do stuff. We like you. Yeah, so you and I had went to dinner, and that's like one of the first times I had like told you about the OCD. And I don't even know like what I told you or how in depth I got it. But then my anxiety was high as fuck because Nolani's all over the motherfucking floor at the
I was
restaurant.
gonna say.
Solid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I remember that. I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, because Nolani was on the floor at one point, and you're probably like, "This isn't helping your OCD." And in my head, I'm like, "Absolutely
Yeah.
fucking not."
I'm not touching her.
I know where now, but Sienna and Jasmine were just on the floor the other day. Vinny's like, "Go, get on the floor. I don't even care. Get on the floor."
See,
And they
look
got
at her
back up.
progress.
They let them touch her and everything, except when there's food.
Yeah, I don't
When
like to
they're
be like messy.
Yeah, I will hold them like I don't know them.
Yeah.
They have food on their hands, so I don't.
But listen,
blame
if playing on the floor is the only thing to get them to be half okay, and me and Kara have a conversation, play on the floor.
Winning.
I can go home and shower. It's
Right.
fine.
Totally.
Right.
Totally.
Literally. You had more questions about grief?
Yeah, so what was it like approaching the holidays? So we talked
Oh.
about you moving in, right? And then if I recall, you went like on a cruise or you went away for a week right around Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't you go to Mexico?
Yep, that was around Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And then for Christmas, I was supposed to go to his family's for like Christmas Day or something. Well, first of all, I wasn't gonna put up, I was debating on whether or not I should put up a Christmas tree.
I actually told a client about this.
Oh, really?
Yep, continue on.
And I think I decided on like gold and blue, right, for Michigan. I got a tree, I got the decorations, because Chris loved Christmas. Well, let me rephrase that. He didn't like it until he met me. And then he said like I changed the holidays for him.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, to just keep the spirit alive, like, let me put up a tree. I'll do his colors for Michigan. Put up the tree. It was emotional, but like, I got through it. The tree was gorgeous. And then the closer I got to Christmas, I was like, I can't look at this fucking tree. I took it down before Christmas. And yeah, I couldn't do it. Like just seeing it and knowing that he wasn't gonna be there. And, you know, normally we have presents under the tree for each other, and it was just, yeah, it fucking sucked.
Yep.
And then Christmas Day, I was supposed to go to his family's, and it was just, I was not having a good day. Like, it was just too much. I was a mess, and I'm like, this is not gonna, I don't want to bring anyone else's vibe down, you know, and I know they're all feeling it because that's their son, that's their brother.
Right.
I just didn't want to add to the depression.
Well, and that's the thing. You were worried, like, you had a hard time with it and you were struggling, but then you were worried what his family was going through, right? Because I know on Christmas Eve, you were with your brother, and I remember you just, like, sleeping for hours on end at a certain point. Because I was like, she's not texting me back. Like, is she okay? Like, you were having a hard time. I'm like, oh my God.
I did. I was in bed for a lot.
Yeah.
Tried to sleep through some of that stuff, right? Like,
Yeah. I'm so glad you have a good memory
it's a coping
because
mechanism.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking, I'm like, how do you remember all of that? Because I'm like, oh my gosh.
it amazes me because she sees so many people a week, and the
Yeah.
fact that she can remember stuff.
Scary as shit.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I did sleep a lot on almost the whole day on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because I can remember where, like, I'm visual. I can remember where I was when you first texted me going, I'm not okay. And then, like, we went back and forth a little bit, and then I moved from one location to another location. I was like, she's not texting me back. Like, is she okay? Like, yeah.
I remember after Christmas, we were actually at a play place, me and my brother, the kids, in Maryland. I don't know if it was the day after, a couple days after, you had texted me. And at that point, we didn't, like, text much. And you were just, like, checking in to see if I was. I remember standing in the middle of the play place just crying. Like, someone cares. Like, yeah. Just crying, trying to hide from Anthony and Marilyn because I don't like to cry in front of people. But yeah,
I
I
would
do.
have been like, suck it up, bitch.
Yep.
Stop
I do
crying.
remember that.
And that's the thing. Like, nobody experiences it like you experience it. We were meeting, like, 2 to 3 times a week, so I knew what you were going through consistently. But if you weren't talking to, say, Kara or some other friend or family member 4, 5, 6 times a week, nobody understood what you were going through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't want to share all that shit with somebody, right? Because, like, you don't want to put them through it.
You got a lot of it. You got
Yeah,
everything.
That's okay.
So thanks. Because
No
I put your
problem.
ass through it.
It's okay.
All while you probably have anxiety about it.
Yeah, but that's the point of being a friend, right? Like, sometimes you just gotta put your own shit to the side to show up for somebody. That's how I view it anyways. When I show up for somebody, I want to show up 100,000%, you know, regardless of how it affects me, because I can deal with that afterwards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You need me in that moment. So anything that has to do with me, that's put to the side so I can show up for you. That's just how I feel. You're welcome.
I'm just impressed that no tears have been shed.
Same.
I feel like we've been close, but, like,
I've gotten close a couple of
we've been
Yeah.
okay.
I just feel like my anxiety is just a little up here. So I'm,
Just trying to.
yeah.
It's
So
fine.
what was it like for you going into the holidays knowing she was grieving with all this stuff? Did it come to mind? Was it like...
Yeah, it came to mind because, I mean, that's what a huge dramatic change, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't really, if I'm honest, I don't really remember a lot. So much happened from
Right.
that time to the holidays approaching that it's like I had all this stuff going on in my life.
Yep.
She had all this stuff going on in her life. And I'm trying to be in the middle of both of them.
Right.
You know, like
And we were
it's-
together a lot during
mean-
that time.
I also feel like around that time that's when we actually started like drifting apart. Remember, excuse me, that little time frame. That's around the time.
Is that the time?
It was literally like
Yeah.
Like right after
like
Christmas?
the week. I want to say like the week before Christmas, it kind of started. It was just like little picky stuff. And then after that,
It progressed for a little while
Yeah.
and then, yeah.
but that's where, again, where I also feel like I had so much of my own stuff going on that I don't even
Yeah.
know where my mind was at in that time. You know what I'm saying? Because there was just so many feelings on my end that like probably weren't even legitimate emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just projected a lot, took things personally that I didn't need to, and then I felt like I wasn't able to like show up for you the way you needed me to.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
Do we need to, producer Steve, do we need to go more into detail what we're talking about? Okay. Go ahead.
Go.
No, run me
Talk.
over. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You were literally talking.
No, because they need to know what we're talking about, why we drifted away.
But you were just talking.
I have no idea what I was going to say.
So why'd you guys drift apart? Let's just put it out there.
Yeah, truthfully, I just kind of felt like she met this random girl.
All these randos.
They're randos. Anyways, this girl literally tried bonding with Viddy when her husband died over her divorce. And I was like, that's fucking weird.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, they're BFFs, you know? But it like very intensely got very like,
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it. It was just so intense.
Very quickly.
So fast.
And so you were kind of guarded.
And I also felt like, from my perspective, that she was like, you know, my life's completely different from her, you know? Bleep that out, sorry. But you know, like, I can't do much. I have 3 kids.
Right.
Nobody honestly wants to go hang out with somebody who has 3 little children. They can't go out, whatever, you know? So I was already feeling my own emotions because I'm just a single mom with 3 little babies. I can't ever go do anything, you know?
Right.
Again, projection right there, so sorry. But I also felt like you were kind of just like throwing me to the side like I was nothing in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just so intense that I was like, damn, she don't even, I'm like nobody. You know?
I can get that from your side, for sure. Because a lot of my time was spent with this person.
Well, and it was a little upsetting for me because we just went from spending all of this time together every single day to like, now I'm barely even talking to you and every time I'm talking to you, you're telling me about you and her doing this, you and her spent this much time on the phone, you and her are going to do that, you and her talked about this, you and her did that. And I'm like, damn bitch, I'm okay,
like,
how are you?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, so it was, yeah, for sure, just, I felt like our friendship in that moment was nothing.
Well, and you and I talked a little bit about this too, and I don't want to put like words out there, but like.
No, you can't. She tells me. She wants to talk shit about me all the time.
Well, you didn't really have a social life when you were with Chris and when you were married. And part of it was like the OCD stuff, right? And part of it was Chris didn't really want to do those things. You know, and so then when you were free to do whatever you wanted, you were kind of like, oh, this is kind of cool hanging with people outside of this and going out to dinner and doing this stuff. And that was a brand new thing for you that you hadn't done in years.
Yeah.
And I think that was part of it too.
And
was
honestly,
like,
I would have never got that part from it until you just said that. Just because I just feel like you've never voiced that either. You were just like, no, I'm not replacing you.
I don't think in the moment I knew
that either.
either.
Right.
And then now that you say that, I forgot we even had these conversations.
Yeah, no, but that makes total sense. That perspective never crossed my mind, honestly.
Right.
I was just in my feelings like,
What the fuck?
damn, I'm just being replaced for no reason.
But it was not. But she never had a social life per se,
right?
You know?
Yeah.
And so I think that was a big part of it. And you were still trying to figure out, like, you were defined by your marriage with Chris. Like that is what you did. It was the two of you. You guys didn't do a lot of things with other people. And then all of a sudden
we did
you're like,
everything together.
fuck, what the hell do? I don't have him, right? And now you're still trying to develop who you are as a new person.
Yeah.
You know, as a widow.
Right.
And so
Maybe
You were
we should have went to therapy
trying
together. It
all
would have
these
probably helped us out.
Yeah.
This is
'cause-
not therapy, by the way. But it makes sense, right? Like, looking at it now,
Oh,
like...
for sure.
Yeah, and...
Yeah, I never even considered that perspective until literally just now.
Right, and as an
So-
outsider, I can see that.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Yeah, and I really had no social life. Because one, Chris and I were sharing a car when he died.
Yep.
So I would wait for him to get off of work every day, and he didn't get off till 7 or 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we'd literally go home, and my freaking OCD routine was like 3 hours long.
Yep.
So if a friend wanted to go out to eat during the week, I couldn't.
Right.
And I couldn't tell them why.
Right.
Sorry, I have OCD. It takes me 12 years to fucking shower.
Right.
So, like, there literally was no time. And then the weekends, we just kind of wanted to be together. We would go to my brother's. We kind of had our routine. Sundays were like the reset day. So, yeah, I didn't go anywhere, really see anyone
Right.
because of that.
Well,
'Cause-
that was a whole new experience, and I know that you and I talked at one point, and I don't know if you shared this with Kara, but like at one point too, you were out like every single night, and you were freaking out because you weren't doing stuff at home. Mm-hmm. Right, so you're overwhelmed with what's going on, and we're like, okay, this is a new experience, right? Like, but you got to find
Yeah.
your balance. There's,
Right.
you know, you're still an adult, have responsibilities. It's okay to go hang with friends, but like, you got to find your groove as like when to say no.
Yeah, and a lot of
And
it
what was
was just to keep myself busy as
Yeah.
well.
You hated being at home.
Right. Now I love being
Now
home.
you love it. But back then, it was
Yeah.
like you hated it, you were afraid of it, it gave you anxiety, knowing that you were going home alone. Like, the OCD was still a really big thing back then, like around the holidays. And so your coping mechanism was like, I'm not fucking going home.
Yeah.
And by the time I go home, I'm so tired, right?
That shit,
You're
right? You're just
fresh.
going to sleep.
You don't have to worry about the OCD.
This is true. I was a mess.
But look at you now, like...
Right. I mean, literally, look at the progress you've made.
Aw.
You went from like completely crashing out to like, I'm gonna kill myself every single day. Let me go out of my way and do drugs and get drunk and
Yep.
end my life and crash out
You
to
know,
like
here she
look at where
is.
you're at.
Yep.
You got certified to be a grief coach. You're going to school to become a therapist. You have a podcast. You're
She's
like
about to cry.
The like genuine like progression and happiness
See?
that you have made in a year, a little bit longer than a year,
Right.
is tremendous.
So when I first met Vit, her attitude was, I'm never doing anything in life. I'm going to be this martyr forever.
Yeah.
I'm barely going to make ends meet. I'm never getting out of bed. Like,
I
this was
know.
what she had, the image of herself, right?
Yeah.
So you saw that too.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, she was like, how am I going to make this work?
I can't do it.
How can I pay my bills? When now she has me trying to return thousands of dollars
Okay,
of
calm
clothes
down,
for her.
dog.
Like,
Truth is out. But that's what it was. That was the mindset, right? Because you're
Yeah.
like, I can never go on and live my life and do these things.
yeah, you didn't think you were capable of doing that.
No, I really didn't. And like how
I mean, but that's what a dramatic change, though. You
Yeah.
go from having a two-person income, right? Together, you guys are making about over 6 figures. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're living really a nice, luxurious
Very
life
nice.
with your husband, your best friend. To now, all of a sudden, all of that's gone.
yeah.
Completely.
It's
What
a
a
shock.
change.
It's
Yeah.
a shock to the it's still a shock.
Yeah.
We're
But
still
look at
working
you.
on that.
Yeah. But look at you, though. You have accomplished more than you thought you could even think of.
For sure.
Because before he died, you never would have thought this.
No.
No. No.
You'd still be in the shower for like 3 hours.
Okay.
Right.
Two.
Right.
Yeah. You're not wrong. And we were just content. So like I wasn't pushing myself. I mean shit, even with the OCD, obviously I wasn't pushing myself. We were just content. Now I don't
Chris
know.
would just be like, go away. Go in the shower. I'll take care of it.
He would. And you're right. He probably didn't wipe a fucking thing.
No. You will never know, but come on, let's be real
Didn't
here.
you say you found dirty socks under your sink?
Yes. balled up in the corner of the
God.
bathroom sink, the kitchen sink, and then random ass dirty clothes in some duffel bag in the closet. Behind the couch upstairs, wrappers, trash. I was like,
So he just hid the shit from you.
oh yeah, because
Smart.
he knew I wasn't going under the sink. That was a trigger for me.
So you never did it.
I didn't really go anywhere. I went to the shower in the living room. I didn't, like, damn.
We don't touch anything.
I didn't
else,
even
like-
walk around my own house because it gave me anxiety. So he literally did everything so he could hide whatever the fuck he wanted to hide. And I would never see it until he died. Cussed him out so many times after he died. I would text his sister like, do you know what I just found?
Nice.
Yeah. No, the OCD was a big, I don't even know.
It was impacting the way and your ability to live a good life,
A half
Or
a normal life.
free life, or
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it controlled you.
Absolutely. 100%, 200% it controlled me.
And now look at you.
Yeah, now I can walk around my house.
Now you come in here, you kick your shoes off and have a seat with just one pair of socks on.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't even think Karen knows about the 2 socks. I used to wear 2 pairs because, like, this is too open and free, like, to get germs on my feet. So I used to wear 2 pair.
Look at you, progression.
Right? This is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
for knowing Vit and for like the first 3 months, I didn't know about the OCD stuff.
Yeah.
And now she used to wear 2 pairs of socks. She comes in, she just kicks off her shoes and is like, okay.
Comfortable.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was scared
That's
to talk
great.
about the OCD stuff.
Why?
It's embarrassing. And, like,
And you got fired by your last therapist, basically.
yeah, I did. I was too much. I was too bad. She couldn't fix me.
Shut the front door. That is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, this is too much. She goes, your anxiety is way too high with
You
it.
just said, go back to school, bitch. Because what? This is your job. This is what
she
you went
was
to school
a OCD, like, specialist therapist.
for. Oh, so you thought for sure I'm fucked up.
Yeah. And then,
This is
met
why
the
she
real
didn't tell me for like
professional.
3 months why that she had
'cause
OCD.
she was scared that she was going to be,
Yep.
get the fuck out.
right. And I loved and respected Jen. I'm like, I'm not fucking this one up.
I think it's good that you opened up about it. Some people just aren't matches, you know?
That's going to be a whole...
Finding a therapist is like dating.
Yeah, I'm horrible at dating. That's probably why I'm horrible at finding a therapist.
We'll have you on again for that episode.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. We do want to talk about how, like, finding a therapist is like dating.
Yeah, I'm down because I'm down. I've had my not fair share because I haven't gone through like handfuls, but
I've went through my fair share too. It's hard to find someone you connect with.
Right.
yeah, I agree.
That's a wrap for the Therapist and the Wildcard. One of us brings the therapy and the other brings the chaos. Together, we'll be back with more laughter, healing, and everything in between.